COVID-19 First Alert Forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
After a sunny and warm end to the work week, a bit of a change in our weather pattern come this weekend. We'll start to see those rain chances just very isolated, few and far between this afternoon. Something I can't rule out, but I'd say most of us are dry. And if you do see a shower, it'll move on really quickly before you're able to resume a decent day. More widespread showers and even a few thunderstorms coming overnight. We'll see occasional showers tomorrow, still fitting in some dry time. We're seasonable and breezy, but then we're real chilly and windy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with lake effect showers as a large low pressure system spins around to our north. So how we look in ALDS Game 5, Guardians and Tigers. Remember that first pitch has been moved up to 1:08 p.m. and you can see all in all the weather not looking too bad. A mix of sun and clouds, temperatures fairly steady here around 65. Not going to move really much if at all because of a northeast breeze. It'll be around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now I don't want to rule out maybe a brief passing shower or two during the game, but not going to have a major impact. So all in all, looking pretty good. And of course, go Guardians. Meanwhile, temperatures right now, look at the split. 62 in Cleveland as well as in Sandusky. We're at 45 in Worcester, 49 in New Philadelphia right now. So some spots chillier than others, but certainly not what we saw yesterday morning with the frost and the even near freezing temperatures in many spots. That is not a concern for this morning. First alert Doppler is quiet. Here's what's going on. We have a front that has moved through only slightly through our region. It's basically cutting the region in half right now. It has stalled out. And so it's especially along and north of this front. We have some of those rain chances for later today. First alert future view shows that it's a dry morning, but notice some of those isolated showers riding along that front this afternoon. So it's definitely isolated, but it's just something that we may end up seeing as it even fights the dry air, tries to rain a bit through the mid to late portions of the afternoon. Then we quiet down. Then I'm watching what happens as we head overnight. Notice this round of showers and even a few storms that will be digging to the south early tomorrow morning. That then moves out. We've got some dry time tomorrow before more scattered showers form and basically just spokes or periods of showers all the way through the middle of next week, rotating around that low pressure system. So your high temperatures today north of this front and along the lakeshore will only be in the 60s, but we get warmer farther south. Notice 70 in Worcester and Canton today, up to 73, Millersburg and Dover, 72 in Ashland. Meanwhile, tonight, we're going to see a little bit cooler temperatures in far northeast Ohio. Menor, Ashtabula in the 40s, but the rest of us well into the 50s, only dropping to around 59 in Millersburg tonight. So here's a look at our next 7 days. Seasonable this weekend, highs in the 60s. Rain chances continuing through Wednesday. Really chilly 50s Monday through Wednesday, but a nice trend as we head through the late week with the sunshine and warmer temperatures returning.